Good morning, everybody. So today my husband and I are at Wissahickon Valley Park. Okay, so every time I come to Wissahickon, I tend to do the same thing, and today I want to do something totally different. So we're in a different section of the park. We're gonna see some really cool stuff. We're gonna go to the Cave of Kelpius. We're gonna see some different historic bridges, a mansion, and just check out a different section of the park. So we're just parking on street parking. If you go to like the Friends of the Wissahickon page, they've got a great map. You can see all the different points of interest and you can see where the parking lots are and things like that. So stay tuned because you're gonna love it. So Wissahickon is on All Trails, but it kind of like All Trails makes its own big loop. So if you want to see specific kind of like different points of interest in the park, you're gonna have to use the Friends of Wissahickon page, and then I kind of like put those points of interest in Google Maps to kind of give me a sense of where I need to go. So it's a little bit convoluted. All right, so this is the Cave of Kelpius. Johannes Kelpius, PhD. It's hard to read. A lot of these are like broken off. But this is what it looks like. Let me turn on my phone flashlight and we'll try to go in here. It smells a little bit like weed. Like maybe someone was smoking weed in here, which maybe is likely. You can see the stone walls, a little bit of graffiti, and it doesn't go back real far. There's the entrance. All right, so this cave is where John Kelpius, a German-born mystic and leader of a small religious group, was said to have meditated. They moved into the Wissahickon wilderness in 1694, and they moved here to prepare for what they thought was going to be the end of the world. An interesting thing is that the number 40 held the highest mystical significance for this group, and Philadelphia lies on the 40th parallel north. That is the circle of latitude 40 degrees north of the equator. So that was the significance of the area, the number 40 for them. So this is built into the concave side of the gently sloping hill. It might have been an old spring house or a root cellar, and it was restored around 1920 with a stone frame entrance. So you can kind of see that here. It has a dirt floor, and there's mortar walls and a ceiling. This granite monolith was placed here in 1961. All right, so it's pretty interesting. It's neat. You can kind of go inside. Look at this cool house. So I think this is the Hermitage Mansion, but just a beautiful house. And then there's a little pathway so you can get a glimpse of this when you're near the cave. A lot of the urban parks, you can hear some highway noise or some traffic noise, but you can also hear bird song. So this area is known as Lover's Leap, and like my husband said, it maybe more like break a leg or roll down the hill. It's not really quite as steep of a drop off like you thought it would be. There's a lot of brush and it's kind of a sloping hill. So there's a local legend that goes along with Lover's Leap, and it's that there was a young Native American couple and that they jumped to their death because there were tribal disputes thwarting their marriage. see things are starting to change around here. Got a few of those yellow fallen leaves. Some acorns are starting to fall from the trees. It's always really amazing when you see one of these hollowed out trees. Like, most of the trunk is gone, but if you look up, this tree is still alive. Trees are so amazing. Way down there you can start to see the creek, and we're still up pretty high, but we're looking down. You can see a couple people fishing down there. It's really beautiful. Wissahickon is just so beautiful and so special, and to have this in Philly is just amazing. So I would really encourage you, if you've never been here and you're in the area, definitely make a stop to hike here. It's just gorgeous. You'll really be impressed with it, and there are so many different trails and unique features in the park that you're going to want to check out. So even though this is an urban park, there can really be some rocky sections and some narrow sections. This is a 2,000-acre urban park in Northwest Philadelphia. So there's a gorge here, there's 50 miles of trails, there's the Wissahickon Creek, just so many opportunities for bird watching and hiking and fishing, biking. So this is the Bluestone Bridge, and you know, you hear just the sound of the Wissahickon Creek, but many years ago this was a bustling place, and that this was one of the busiest intersections along the Wissahickon long ago, and that before the Bluestone Bridge was built, there was actually a covered bridge here. So there's just so many neat rock formations and cliff faces here. Depending on your fitness level and depending on what kind of hike you want to do, there's hikes really here for everybody. You can simply like walk on Forbidden Drive, you could run, you could bike ride, you know, whatever you're interested in, and that's like pretty much flat and like a gravel road, or there's actual hiking trails like what we did. So lots of ways to experience this park. Alright guys, thanks for coming to Wissahickon with us today. This is pretty much going to wrap up our hike. We're just doing an out and back, so we're going to be backtracking the same way we started. So a lot of the same scenery, nothing really much to show you on the camera. But I just love it here. Like I said, be sure to check out my channel page where I have some other videos. If you like what I'm doing here, tell your friends, share my channel page, like, leave a comment. I really appreciate the support.